I used to teach.
A little closer.
My name is McDonald, and I used to teach in Wharton, Texas. And one day I was teaching some students about the orphan training. And the lady that I taught in the center with came to me and she said, you know, my mother-in-law was an orphan on that training. And so when I found out about this, I called her, who Kay is now Dr. Shapa, and she is superintendent of schools in Wharton, Texas. So I called her, and she left a meeting to come and give me this information. Christina was born on or before she reached Ellis Island, New York. When she was 3 years old, Christina was in an orphanage that in New York, and it burned down. A nun helped to stitch the names of the children in their clothing before they were put on the train. And so Christina got on the train with Christina stitched in her clothes. And as the nun took her onto the train, she placed Christina in the lap of an 8-year-old boy. And she said, take care of her on this trip. And he did. They were both taken in by families in the El Campo area, a little area called Tayton. And they remained friends for all their life, but they were not taken by the same family. They were in separate families. But Christina was taken in by an older couple who didn't have any children. And they literally doted over Christina, giving her beautiful clothes and toys and all the love that she had missed, because she was an infant when she was put in the orphanage, so she'd never known anything else. But something tragic happened. When Christina was 6 years old, a fever came into the town, and it took both her mother and her father. And so that left Christina again alone at the age of 6. And the relatives of the family that had taken her in so graciously took Christina into their home. The only problem was she became their servant. She was the caretaker of all of their children. And so Christina never went to school. She never learned to read or write. And she lived with them until she was 15 years old. And at that time, she married a man named Mr. Shapa. And she bore 8 children, so she made her own big family. And what's really, really neat about this story is one of her sons, Lloyd Shapa, in 1964 to 1974, was the vice president and he was president and vice chairman of Bell Helicopter Textron, which is a worldwide manufacturer and distributor of helicopters. I said 64 to 74, if that's not correct. He did that for 34 years. But this little orphan girl raised a son who became this world-renowned officer in a big helicopter factory. And her daughter-in-law is the superintendent of schools. And so Christina had a really good older life, even though her